Good evening. Welcome to the Richmond Fire Department Spring 2023 Honors and Awards Ceremony. For those of you who are able, please rise for the presentations and colors by the Richmond Fire Department Honor Guard. Please remain standing afterwards for the pledge led by Deputy Chief Andy Buckler. Right. Hard post color. Post. Recover. Present. Arm. Border. Arm. Center face. Left face, forward, march.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Please join me in welcoming retired Fire Chief Mike Allen to the podium for this evening's prayer.
Wow, packed house. God bless. Good evening, everybody. I want to take just a few moments for everybody to remember those who have served before us, both living and deceased. Now let us bow our heads in prayer. This is the firefighter's prayer. When I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save a life, whatever it be its age. Let me embrace a little child before it's too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the faintest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to feel my calling to be the best in me, guard my friend and my neighbor, and protect their property. And if, according to your will, on duty, I must answer death's call, bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all. Now I'd like to read prayer from Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or terrified. Because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. God holds the power to give men and women strength and courage, essential ingredients needed to help push back fear and terror. God never leaves us, as this Bible verse about strength proclaims. All of you being recognized showed your courage in your life-saving actions. For all those being promoted, it's not easy to be a positive person and see the positivity in most situations. Based on your experience as a husband, a father, and a firefighter, being positive does not come naturally, but you can teach yourself how to remain positive. It is easy to allow stress and fear dominate your thought process and build negativity in your actions. Becoming more positive in your daily attitude will help you become a more effective leader, mentor, and teacher. Don't miss this opportunity to improve your overall attitude being in a leadership position. Now a prayer from Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and hope. Let us trust that God has planted in your heart the desire to grow in your skills, to assume greater responsibilities, to exercise leadership to a greater degree in ways that helps others to grow. I pray that God will help you to walk worthy of your promotion, reveal in your heart and spirit ways to grow personally and improve. I pray that God will bless your work and influence, and that all you do will positively contribute to the growth of the fire department and those whom you serve. Amen.
Thank you, Chief Allen. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to the inaugural event for our department. Thank everyone that's here. Before we get started, there are a few guests joining us this evening we would like to introduce. The first is the City of Richmond's Mayor, Dave Snow. Indiana State Firefighters Union President, Tony Murray, in the back. The State Union Vice President, Mike Whited. And State Union 2nd District Vice President, Cody Lever. In addition, we thank you to all the retirees, the active duty members, the family, and the friends in attendance tonight. This time I want to invite Chief Brown to address the room.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight to the first annual Honors and Awards and Promotion Banquet. We're going to try to do something a little different here with the department. Instead of when the promotion comes about, we usually just call them to the office, call your husband or wife, we hand them their badge and tell them congratulations. I've never felt that that's enough. They go to work every day. They do the job every day. They answer every call every day that they're on duty. They deserve just a little bit more than just handing the badge across the table. So tonight, we're going to start that tradition. Also tonight, we're going to honor those for their courageous acts. All of us will say, we're just doing our job. We don't need any extra ribbons. We don't need any extra medals, because that's what we're here to do, and we all love to do it. But it's nice to be recognized, to say thank you, to shake the hand, and to be recognized in front of your families to show what courageous efforts you really truly do each and every day. I promise that I won't get too long, so I'm going to end my little welcome now because we have quite a few awards to give, and that's what it's really about. It's really about the promotions. It's really about the courageous efforts. It's about you. It's about the Richmond Fire Department. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Mayor Snow, would you say a few words?
Well, I am just overwhelmed at the number of people that are here this evening, and I am so thrilled to see all these seats filled. You know, for most of us in this world, our training, education, and courage doesn't go on full display for everyone to see. But for you, that's different. You know, in my role and the role we play at the city building, we have to open up avenues to allow for education and training in our fire department, to allow opportunities for you to capitalize on. And then when we have big events like we just had, your courage and training goes on full display for everyone to see. And most of us in this room don't understand how that can feel. But you run headfirst into it and tackle it. And you made our city look tremendous. You made our department look tremendous. Your actions were heroic. You showed that you have taken your training, your education, and your career seriously. And you put your safety on the line to protect this community. I just can't say thank you enough. And that's why it means a lot that all of these people are in these seats, because everyone here that is supporting the men and women of our department are lifting them to that level to be able to do that. So thank you all for the service you continue to provide and for choosing to invest yourselves, your training, your education, your courage, all into the city of Richmond. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Snow. Please welcome State Union President Tony Murray.
Well, I wore my quiet shoes tonight. Good to be with you all very much. Mayor, nice to see you, Chiefs, Chief and the Chiefs here. It's good to be here, and I appreciate having an opportunity to share a few remarks with you. I'm privileged and honored to represent the men and women in this room, along with over 8,000 members in 85 local affiliates across Indiana. I really do appreciate the invitation to be with you this evening and to share in this gathering to acknowledge some of the best in the business when it comes to delivering high-level skills with grit and determination, and who provide critical decision-making when responding to the emergency needs in this community. It's important to pause and celebrate the outstanding performance by members of the Richmond Fire Department that you provide for the citizens and visitors each and every day that you come to work. For many of us, we like to shake off the difference we make in the lives of people that call us for help as a matter of just doing our job, as the chief mentioned. But for everyday folks, you are more meaningful than just doing a job. They know that no matter what, when they dial 3 numbers on a phone, somebody's going to answer, and you will be there to help them. It's important to come together, hang out with each other. The food smells amazing, so whoever's responsible for that, good work. Me and the dog over there, we are both, our senses are being pushed by smelling that. But it's important to hang out with each other, celebrate the remarkable work that makes such a difference. And tonight might also serve as a reminder that you've chosen a career that is noble and is a career that allows you to give back through your skills, knowledge, and compassion, and that you make a real difference in big ways and small through your work. Each of us belong to a noble profession wherein we all recognize the work that it takes to do it right, the inevitable toll that this job may very well take on individuals, no matter where you are. Know that you're part of providing a piece of critical infrastructure to a community that in turn, you are part of the fabric of the society through your work on this job in the Richmond community. Let me offer congratulations to everyone here tonight and those that cannot be here, and know your work goes noticed and you are very much appreciated. What bonds us together as brothers and sisters in this profession is the understanding of what it takes to do this work. It doesn't matter what department your patch says on it, what name's on the side of your rig, or where you do this job. When you're a firefighter or a medic, we inherently understand each other, no questions asked. Why? Well, I think that this is the type of people that we are, mostly type A, mission-oriented, pragmatic, and with a willingness to get the job done, no matter what that is. Brotherhood is born out of pride and knowing that there is something special about what it takes to do this job, what it takes to really be good at this job, the passion that it takes to accomplish both, and the trust that has been built over centuries of those that came before us in this work. Trust is earned in this line of work, and we cannot afford to have anything less. Brotherhood comes from relying on the team to complete the mission or the task at hand, no matter what it is, every time the bell rings. Sometimes it might just be trying to figure out and put out the meal for dinner on the dinner table, but other times it could be a cardiac arrest, a structure fire, a trench collapse, or a major, massive, all-encompassing event like just happened down the street. Brotherhood comes from not knowing what is next, and brotherhood should not be overlooked or taken for granted, nor should it be limited only to the firehouse. It extends beyond that in all of our lives. This job is a good job. It's a job that is anything but confining, and each of us have the opportunity to make the job what it is. What's great is that we don't do this work alone. We literally help people, and we have a few laughs and maybe shed a few tears along the way, but our members are truly remarkable, and often the best people that I know. I'm proud of the members of the Richmond Fire Department, and on behalf of our Vice President, Mike Whited, who's here, the 2nd District Vice President, Cody Lever, I thank you for the invitation to be with you tonight and celebrate this occasion. Congratulations, everyone.
Can we have a round of applause for this evening's speakers, please? This evening, the department will recognize 7 members who have been promoted in the last several months. In the past, promotions usually have occurred without much fanfare. They generally happen at a shift meeting or some other informal setting. Occasionally, family members are present, but usually not. In February, when Chief Brown was officially named Fire Chief, he made it clear that he wanted more importance shown to this process and he wanted families involved. Promotions are a large milestone in an individual's career and life, and they should be recognized as such. That leads us to the next portion of our service, where we will recognize these individuals. When I call your name, please come to the front and remain until dismissed. Ben Bailey. Ben is a 3-year veteran and recently completed. You go over there. There we go. Ben's a 3-year veteran and he recently completed his paramedic training. He's been being promoted from firefighter to engineer and will serve at Station 2 on C shift. Ben will receive his badge from his significant other, Kaylee. Brock Fisher. Brock is a 10-year veteran. He's been promoted from firefighter to engineer and will work on Truck 1 C shift. Brock will receive his badge from his friend Matt. Yeah, well. Round of applause for these two, please. Thank you, guys. You can be seated. Next is James Clark. James is a 15-year veteran. He's being promoted from firefighter to lieutenant and will serve at Station 2 on B shift. James will receive his badge from his significant other, Heather. John Owens. John is an 18-year veteran. He's being promoted from engineer to lieutenant and will serve on Station 2 C shift. John will receive his badge from his wife, Michelle. Congratulations, guys. You may be seated. Next up is Hank Dennis. Hank is a 7-year veteran of the department. He's been being promoted from engineer to EMS chief. Hank will receive his badge from his wife, Samantha. Jamie Miller. Jamie is a 12-year veteran. He's being promoted from firefighter to deputy chief. Jamie will receive his badge from his significant other, Ashley. And last but not least, Chuck Powell. Chuck is a 15-year veteran and is being promoted from firefighter to battalion chief. Chuck will receive his badge from his wife, Jennifer. Congratulations to all of you on being promoted, and best of luck in your new positions. The Richmond Fire Department has been around in its current iteration since approximately 1870. That's over 150 years. During that time, hundreds of brave men and women have filled our rosters. Some of them have performed incredible acts of bravery, courage, and valor. Until recently, there's never been a proper method of recognizing these acts. There have been letters from the chief's office, wall plaques, citizen letters, newspaper articles, and sometimes somebody stopping by the firehouse just to say thank you, but never any formal form of recognition. Well, tonight we're going to recognize 13 members of our department with 15 different awards for extraordinary service. When Richmond firefighters are hired, there's a swearing-in process where every member takes an oath of service and protection to the city of Richmond and its citizens. I'm certain that none of us are concerned with awards or recognition while we're taking that oath. Over the years, we all gain experience and knowledge, and that helps us hone our craft. And we still don't think about awards. We're just doing our job, we say. And then occasionally, we're put to the ultimate test. We have no choice but to perform at our highest levels. Sometimes lives are saved, and sometimes it's too late, despite our best efforts. Regardless of the outcome, these 13 members were faced with those situations, and all performed admirably. And so tonight, for the first time, we want to formally recognize their efforts with citations and ribbons they can proudly display in their homes and wear on their uniforms. Please allow me to introduce EMS Chief Dennis to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. On January 5th, 2022, Richmond Fire Department C Shift responded to a working structure fire. Upon arrival, the incident commander was approached by a bystander who made it aware of someone was still inside the house. Engine 1 was assigned with the fire tech, and Truck 1 was assigned with search and rescue of the basement, where the person was known to stay. After Truck 1's search of the basement, it was negative. They forced entry into the rear of the structure, where they were met with Engine 1, who located the victim during their attack. The two crews removed the patient and turned them over to the EMS. Afterwards, returning to the house and extinguishing the fire. For their efforts, 4 members are receiving the Meritorious Service Ribbon. Engineer Matt Baker. Firefighter Thomas Berger. Lieutenant John Lakes. Engineer Jerry Benjamin. The Meritorious Service Ribbon is awarded to a member of the department who performs a notable act of distinction in the performance of duty. Please give these fine gentlemen a round of applause. You guys may be seated. On November 6, 2022, Richmond Fire Department A shift responded to a working fire on the fourth floor apartment with a person unaccounted for. Upon arrival, Engine 1 was sent to the fourth floor to locate the victim. They quickly located the fire, controlled it with a PW can, and pulled the victim out. They took the patient to a nearby stairwell where Medic 1's crew was waiting. Medic 1 was able to quickly remove the victim from the building and rapidly transport them to the hospital, offering the best chance of survival. For their efforts, these members of Engine 1 are receiving the award of the Gold Life Saving. Firefighter Kyle Vickers. Firefighter Thomas Berger. The Gold Life Saving Ribbon is awarded to members of the department who, in the face of personal hazard, is principally involved in the saving of a life of another person whose personal actions were directly responsible for that life-saving act. Yeah, okay. All right. In addition, these members on Medic 1 are awarded the Life Saving Ribbon. Firefighter Cameron Munchell. Firefighter Trent Stout. The life-saving ribbon is awarded to a member of the department who is principally involved in the saving of a life of another person and whose personal actions were directly responsible with saving that life. Please join me in celebrating. You may be seated. On March 17th, 2023, Richmond Fire Department B shift was dispatched to a working fire with entrapment. Upon arrival, units quickly went to work. Engine 3 was able to locate the victim while performing a secondary search. With Truck One's assistance, the crews removed the victim from the building and handed it to EMS. The EMS crews were able to deliver high-quality advanced life support and rapid transport to the hospital, which gave the victim the greatest chance of survival. For their efforts, these 4 members will be awarded the Gold Life Saving Award. Lieutenant Jeff Glenn. Lieutenant Chris Allen. Lieutenant Jerry Benjamin. Engineer Josh Ward. He will still be presented this, but he is unfortunately unable to attend tonight's award. The Gold Life Saving Ribbon is awarded to members of the department who, in the face of personal hazard, is principally involved in saving the life of another person and whose personal actions were directly responsible for the life-saving act. In addition, these 3 members were awarded the Life Saving Ribbon. Firefighter Zach Robbins. Firefighter Garrett Tudor. Boyish smile. Engineer Greg Moore. The life-saving ribbon is awarded to a member of the department who was principally involved in the saving of the life of another person and whose personal actions were directly responsible for that life-saving act. Please join me in a round of applause for these gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to once again thank you for your presence this evening. This brings our program to its conclusion. Please join us afterwards for some light refreshments and fellowship. Please allow us a few moments to tear down some of the chairs in the back so we can get some tables up for everybody to sit down at. The classrooms down the hallway They already have tables and chairs set up if you decide you don't want to wait. And please feel free to take lots of photographs. Ladder 1 is out there if you guys want to use that for a backdrop or anything else you would like to. And please feel free to tag the Richmond Fire Department or Local 1408 on any social medias. One final round of applause for all those who are recognized this evening, please. Thank you.